Good morning, afternoon, evening. We are back at it. Welcome to part 3. If you have not watched part 2 or part 1, I would go ahead and look in the playlist that this is linked under in my channel. I'll also put it down below the previous 2 so you can see them. But for part 3, we're going to go over simple effects, voiceover, and text. I think the easiest ones to knock out would be voiceover and text first. So let's just find a random segment.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Right here. So, whatchamacallit? Simple effects, voiceover, text. How to avoid copyright. If it ends up being too short, I could put audio in here, because fourth one is simply just how to avoid copyright, which I feel like could be anything. I actually might just remove that and have that be audio, period. But for text, you remember this effects tab up here? You want to click that. You have all these different texts. Now, if you like some of the animated stuff, you can use it, but the only ones I use pretty much are scroll and basic text. I really don't use any other text style, if I'm going to be completely honest. I literally just use these two. And another thing I want to say is on the effects tab, if you have something you like and you want to favorite it, to put it under your favorites tab, which I have like right here, what you do is you hover your mouse over something, you right click it, and then you do add to favorites. And it should show up in your favorites. Just something simple, but for this video's concern, we're gonna go titles. I'm gonna use basic text, and you're just gonna drag it over here. You can go to settings and move it like you would any other thing. You can pitch it, you can yaw it, you can crop it. For some reason, I didn't know you can do that. You can do the layer composite as one would. Only thing is, I haven't yet learned how to tween the text. I don't even know if that's possible, because when you go into the Fusion tab, the text won't show up. So I just use the text in very basic ways. Either like when I'm doing an intro or an intermission kind of cutscene, I'll put it at the bottom and use it as dialogue and all that other stuff. But going back to inspection, we're on settings, go back to title. You can change this to however you want. So let me look at what this was again. I'm just gonna put messing around. Now, like I said, I have the Adult Swim font. If you want to, because this wasn't in here, I have like 5 or 6 custom fonts. If you want to add in a custom font, I just recommend going to Defont and downloading something that's either 100% free, or I believe it's royalty free. Defont. Yeah, either it should be called free for personal. It should be free for personal use or 100% free. If you do, like, if you're doing a stylistic thing that's supposed to represent another game and neither of them are 100% free or free for personal use, and you are profiting off of it, I would be very careful about that, because some people can be very particular. But you can use. I recommend Defont, because at least you know. Because not a lot of stuff likes to list it for some reason. But yeah. We have our text. Nice. So you can change the font face. This is purely bold, so it doesn't really... You can mess with the size. I usually just mess with zoom. You can mess with the tracking, the line spacing. You can have the font case. You can change the font case or the font style, like underline it. Have an overhead little line, which I've never used this before. I don't know why I haven't. Strike through, have it be upper script or subscript. You can anchor it to a specific way. I usually just leave it on center. You can change the position, you can zoom it, I recommend doing it in here as opposed to doing it in here, just because if you do it in here, it's gonna offset weirdly in here. So that's just a small thing. You can rotate it. You can add stroke. Now, if you do add stroke, I recommend doing outside only, because if you don't do outside only, it's just gonna look a hot mess. You have drop shadow. You can change the color of it if you want to. You can change the blur and the opacity, and you can offset it. Normally, when it's at 0, 0 like this, you just can't see it at all. Like, it's on, but you can't see it until you push the thing down. So it's automatically on, but I would just turn it off. Background's kind of weird. It's at 0 right now, but you can transform the height and the width. You can change the color of the background. You can give it an outline. You can have the outline width show up a little more. You can change the center of it. You can change the opacity, but that does not affect the outline. Change the corner radius. All that fun stuff. So I'm just gonna put this here. Just have it say mess around.
Really special.
I'm gonna do B, razor cut, A. I'm just gonna put, I don't know, man, because yeah, I woke up like not even an hour ago. I'm still processing.
Triplets born, a throne awaits.
See warns of a deadly fate. Give up your children, separate. Is there another place? Okay. Is there some place I can actually, let's go over voiceover.
Hi!
Hi.
Congrats on
Hi.
graduation!
Hold on.
Congrats on
Hi.
graduation!
I think I'll do this right here. I'll freeze frame it again. So we're gonna right click, change clip speed, freeze frame. If you want to reverse it, you can either do the Control R method or this method. I prefer this method if you're reversing it, just so it gets the entire thing and not a specific section. I think what I'll do one of those little things I do for Loki's videos a lot. I don't really do it for mine, unless it's like the Google Slides transition and then it does the text. But I'm gonna go into my audio folder. I'm sorry if my voice sounds so bad. I just brushed my teeth too. I don't know why I sound like this. And then I'll take this section. But this is what I normally do for Loki's videos for some funny stuff. And then I'll go into Inspector and pitch it up by 3. I kind of got this idea because it felt really 3FS to me. I don't know why. And then I just kept doing it.
Okay. Oh! Everybody have a party!
Thank you. Thank
And then I'll take this, copy it, paste it over here. It's not going to be the full length because I'm not gonna. But we're going to do, and you can just look at my screen for this. We're going to increase the height, the width. We're going to up the opacity. We're going to change this to papyrus. I'm just gonna put Gratian. Congratulations on graduation or something, and it's just gonna say Gratian. Oh my god. Just when it comes to like the detail cut, the detail cut part, like finally adding in all your effects and stuff like that, just have fun. Just do whatever feels fun and right to you. And if that means making stuff feel like a stupid little like a baby could do this edit, like something like this, or just something dumb like which I'll show later with the flash screen. Like, let me get an example of it. Actually, no. Better yet, I clipped that part. Here we go. Like something like this. That photo of Ancient fries me, bro. I'll show you how to do that too, because that's actually not that hard to do at all. Okay, I'll just do this.
Congrats on
Hi.
graduation.
Thank you. I was about to tell you something before we got dragged into the game. I was actually supposed to be playing with my girlfriend right
I had a
now.
feeling. I had a feeling.
Yeah. Here, I'll play this one game, but then I gotta go back.
Actually, now that we're here, let's skip over voice over for now.
Fantastic.
Let's do this. Very simple stuff. I want to go over the transformation node. So you want to go down to your little panels down here, click on the little magic one, it's called fusion, and go up here. You should see, you can either type it up in the effects tab, or you can just go to the basic ones down here. The only ones in the effects tab I currently ever use, at least right here, is transform, blur, color corrector, brightness, contrast, and background. Now there are some other ones I use in here. Let's say if we go to the open effects tab, I like to use JPEG damage, I like to use stop motion, I like to use camera shake on occasion, waviness, vignette, that stuff. But let's just do this for now. You can either drag it right here, or you can do add tool, look for it, and add it in like that. Now if it ends up coming on this side for some reason, you can drag it in between the two and add this back to the front and this back to the front, and it should do the same thing. Now I'm gonna show you how these kind of work a little bit. If you are unfamiliar with keyframing, keyframing is the act of putting different points in a specific cut of footage and adjusting them to where the footage will move or change in a specific way depending on how you have a keyframe. So in this instance, I want to do size. So I'm gonna go from the beginning all the way to the end, and I'm gonna do size. Whatever I want the first part to be, which I want it to be seamless with the other bits of footage, I'm gonna leave it at 1.0. But for this one, I'm gonna shrink it.
Fantastic.
And now if we go over here,
Fantastic.
it should be like that. Now, if we want to get a little fancy, you can go to spine. You can tick whatever you have on, and in order to see the entire thing, I would hit zoom the fit right here. Click left, click left. Now, I want to talk about easing styles. Good morning from me from a few mornings later. I just want to rephrase this a little bit. So easing styles are essentially how keyframes will go in and out of each other. And so the ones I normally use are linear, cubic, and I guess sine or smooth or something. I never use quad, bounce, or any of that. So what you want to do when you start something like this is when you want to drag your mouse over those 2 points right there, and you want to hit S. That will create a smooth curve. If you want to leave it at the smooth curve, that's perfectly fine. But pay attention to how the angle is on there, correct? If it's slanted down like that, pushing the pushing the bottom corner up will create an in curve. Pushing the top one down will create an out curve. Now, if this angle were to be shifted into the opposite direction, this would be out and this would be in. Pay attention to the angle of the curve to determine how to create in and how to create out. because I was just saying a bunch of mumble jumble here and I feel like it wasn't coherent enough. Thanks. Actually, I'll do those near the end. Let's talk about Fusion. Is Fusion Composite here? Yeah, Fusion Composite. Media pool. Actually, no, effects. I'm gonna go to my favorites, but you can look it up in just effects right here. Fusion Composite. This is the one I was talking about earlier. You see how it says no frame for media out 1? Now, it's because this is here. There's no like background or media. Like right here, it has an actual like media in 1 in there. But this does not have a media in 1 because it doesn't exist. It's your job to create the media one. So we're gonna add a background and we're gonna drag this square to this triangle, and boom, now you have a background, and it should remove the text. You can change this background color to be whatever you want. I'm gonna make it teal because I like teal. And what we can do is, if I wanted to like add, let's unlink, take this, put this above it, shrink it. Look at that. If you're one of those people who likes having custom backgrounds, or you would prefer the footage to kind of be in a specific way, like if you are like doing a VOD recap or you were streaming or something, I recommend backgrounds, or simply just putting like a preset GIF or something underneath and having, or like a base, like a template that you use for your videos, and then shrinking this and putting that right there. Easier said than done. That is an option. Let's talk about ooh, excuse me. I hope you didn't hear that. Give me a moment. Okay, I think I'm fine. I'm gonna go on unlink. I'm gonna remove these. I'm gonna show you voiceover. Again, this is very basic stuff, just very simple effects. I'm not expecting you to do anything crazy yet. As a matter of fact, what I might do, I think I might merge 4, no, art effects, from 5, I think I might just record me like editing on normal day. I'm doing right here next to the tray right here. You want to click that. You should be able to see your microphone audio. Actually, let me do this. You should see this thing pop up when you hit it. And in the audio output, you want to make sure that it's, if you have a microphone, make sure it's your microphone, always. And if you only have default audio systems, make sure the right one is selected. You can change the file name, so I'll just call it voiceover practice. And record track, if it's auto and you have as many audio channels as I do right here, it might like slam and push away a pre-existing audio, which you do not want. So you want to make sure you either have a spare channel to do this on, or that the space you have is empty, like I have right here. Since the space is empty, I'm just going to do audio 1 because that's where my microphone track is. And so let me look at this footage again. You also want to make sure if your microphone can physically turn itself on and off like mine, like this, and you don't have to mute it in system, say like Discord for example. You want to make sure that it's green and that it's actually on, because I do forget to do that sometimes. You also want to make sure you don't have this audio channel muted, but if you need to hear other stuff, then you can mute these or put this solo. It doesn't really matter. So let me get the context of this. This is where I got slimed out, right? Okay. And then I should do this. Hey, this is me doing voiceover practice for a video. I have no clue why. I always get slimed out. It's really always time. Give me time to type. Like, look at this. I need to improve on my skill. And then it should do the when you're done, it should have the file name and then a number. If you were to use the same file name again, it'll say 002. And you should be able to see like the changes in your voice within the waveform. If you can't see it or it didn't load, I don't know, something weird probably happened. I would just redo it, as annoying as that can be, but it should look like this. Yeah. Oh yeah, another thing I want to mention, when you get to the end of a video, you should see these little like zipper trims right here. That's basically telling the program to stop moving. Now, if you have something extended way in the back, like you put footage like outside for later, make sure you delete that too, so you can see these razors in the appropriate spot. You also could just set an in and out, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I just leave it by the default. This should also show up if you're at the front of the footage. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Now for time's sake, since we're at 25 already, I'm just gonna stop here, but I will show you kind of like what to expect from like 5, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm gonna do 4 or not. 4 is probably gonna be audio only, but for this one, hold on, I'm gonna use this video I edited for Loki as an example. He just uploaded it like yesterday. This looks very overstimulating. I promise it's not. I just go into a flow state. So, let's show some examples of simple edits like I'm talking about. I'll mute the audio. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll mute the audio track. So, unfortunately, every time I capture my entire screen, I forget to change the audio track to make sure it reflects that, since it's connected to the display screen. So this was muted. So I'm actually gonna go back in and show some examples of, I guess, simple effects and other complex effects to expect from 5, which I may possibly do a speed edit for that, so you can just kind of see what I'm doing rather than necessarily follow along. But again, we'll figure that out when 5 comes. I'm gonna try to get it out by early August, probably. Back at it like a crack addict. I guess the first thing we'll start off with when it comes to like simple stuff, let's do Loki, one of Loki's most recent videos. What did I delete right here? I don't know what I deleted right here. This looks like so much information. I understand that. It definitely looks like a lot. I promise you, these, I think 172 cuts are not that, like, big. Obviously, when a new track plays, I'll credit it up here. I'll get into that during 4. And what's a bit simple effect that I do a lot right here? Hold on.
Live. Fingertips. It's at his fingertips. He's tipping his finger right now. Live.
This is something I showed earlier where I just take a soundbite, speed it up from anywhere between 150 to 200 and pitch it up by 3. If you know the oh no 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 no, I use that and then just do like, I don't use Snapchat style bar on the side with a papyrus font. Since it's me editing Loki's videos, I have my text in teal so people can automatically infer that it's me talking. But if I do this for my videos, I have it in white just because it's my channel. Like, y'all know who I am at that point, but they may not know that. So a unique little thing I do, especially if you like edit for other people or with friends and they allow you to express yourself in this way, like be prominent in the video you're editing, I guess makes more sense. I give it color association to help with that. So you just get something like this. And I just paste those around Loki's videos a lot.
But
maybe pitch it up again to try to imply that it's supposed to be funny or something. Speeding up my voice for your FSS edit. Obviously you have one of these that I showed you earlier.
I'll be gasped. I'll be in.
Very, very simple stuff. Oh. And then you have YTP like edits like these. Hold on.
Calm down. It's not that serious. It's not that it's not serious.
New text message received.
And all this weird shit. And take that motherfucking sippy cup and Hennessy from her. I had so much fun with that part. Where's the other part back here? Achievement complete wombo right here, I think. Achievement complete wombo combo. Wombo combo. No, bitch. Get it, bitch. Like, just dumb stuff. You can do dumb stuff like that. I want to try to incorporate, like, very tiny white TPs and stuff more. I grew up watching YTPs, like, back 2018, 2020. I love them so much. They hold so much meaning in my heart. You have complex stuff like this. I had so much fun with this, but it took me forever. I feel like it'd be better if you edited this in something like CapCut, because you have more freedom when it comes to effects, but this was the first version of it.
Well, looky here.
Where I photo bashed these pictures that's supposed to look like Loki, aka Arson the Cat. I call him Loki. That's my goat. Because we were playing Funhouse, and it's such a fun game. Link to that video, or I'll put the thumbnail of it right here. That was the last thing I uploaded.
Another little vessel.
Obviously, you have the text following what people are saying. If you're a text editor, you're gonna love that. I color coordinated everything to be sure I can differentiate me talking from him or his character. I compiled some Half-Life sounds together in Soundtrap and re-exported them as a WAV, because if I didn't, which I'll get to in 4, it's gonna shove into the left ear. When you have older audios or lower fidelity audios, Davinci will do this weird thing where it'll shift it in the left ear specifically, and when you try to pan it to fix it, it just doesn't work. That happens a lot with like old sound effects like Half-Life, old tracks I use, text-to-speech, from certain text-to-speech programs, etc, etc.
Well, looky here.
So you have something like this.
Another little vessel. Hey there, buddy.
So, oh my god. Can we relax? So that sliding door is just a simple keyframe. It's just me keyframing it. You can't see it. But it's me keyframing it and then having it fade out to its resting position.
Hey there, buddy. Yes.
And then Catastrophe the Cat has the what is it called? The waveform effect? I literally just... It has the waviness effect that's just slowed down by a lot.
Hey there, buddy. Yes, yes, you're part of the game.
And then the audio I edited in, whatchamacallit? Soundtrap. Shout out Psychopomp. Shout out Carbonic, my goat. Vina is still sitting on my bed as I speak. She has not attempted to hit me with the hammer yet. I wish I could have gotten the Mercury plush, but I needed to save my money.
What the hell is that? Get away. Saying, looky here. We got a perfect life. Perfect.
Stuff like this is just messing with layers. So it has darkened color right here. It has hard light here and normal here. This is using JPEG damage. And then this is, I haven't even touched, I think I told y'all about it already, where if you unlink zoom, you can have the picture or image stretch in an unnatural way. And I use that.
Every purple Anyway, he's green to see how many.
Same thing right here. Oh yeah, and the background is using camera shake, but everything is turned down very low. Now, what's another example I can use? I guess the actual Funhouse video itself. That's my end tag. This is the other stuff I added to it.
Perfect. Siphon.
Give it more of like an Aina feel. Kind of popped in, especially like right here.
Perfect.
There's that.
Ooh.
I love Psychopomp.
Wi-Fi.
What's a really funny? We have stuff like this too. Oh, I had so much fun with this. I took a random picture of a praying mantis off of Pinterest. Obviously, the credits for the photographer are at the end because I actually found who the photographer was because it was listed under there. JPEG damaged the crap out of this, including the text, but the actual picture of the praying mantis is put in monochrome. It has negative, positive inversion, or whatever. It inverted the negatives and the positives. I flipped, and obviously I mirrored the mantis, so it looks really unnatural. And then I did a text-to-speech that I had to put in soundtrap, or this would have been sounded to the left.
While females have AIDS, they have lighter wings to look for mates and avoid cannibalization. Praying mantises eat more than their own kind.
Yeah, you have just dumb stuff like that. There's a specific scene that makes me laugh so hard. I think it has the recipes my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Reason I thought I turned it down, but I didn't. It's daybreak in this bitch.
I got to go.
Yeah, so like, there's definitely a lot of stuff you can do. It's just a matter of what you want to try, what you're comfortable with, and what's cool with you. But yeah, episode 3 over. Love y'all, stay creative, and peace. I need to edit another video. Yay!